So hello viewers, welcome to a brand new video of IIMT Open House. Today in this segment of mentoring series, we have with us Mr. Subhra Sougat Rath. He is currently working as Vice President and he is the Head of Distribution Planning and Insight at Sony Pictures Network. He did his BTech in Computer Science from CET Bhubaneswar and did his PGDM from IIM Ahmedabad. And he is also pursuing his PhD from Siksha O Anusandhan University, Bhubaneswar. He has a vast 15 years plus experience and around 10 years of experience from entertainment industry. So today we have an honor to invite him to our YouTube channel, I am to Open House, and let's have an interaction with him and try to learn a lot from him. Sir, welcome to our YouTube channel, I am to Open House. Sir,
Hi,
the platform is all yours. So how are you then, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a privilege to be part of your organization, to be associated with your organization.
Sir, so the first question would be mine. Can you highlight how to create and build values in this creative and cultural business?
So any business, allow any business that we get into, be it forget about cultural and creative side, any business, the cornerstone of any business is the consumer, right?
Hmm.
So we have to identify our key consumers, address their needs, then only a business will be successful. It will
Correct.
only create value if it reaches its consumers in the right way. In terms, now coming to the cultural and creative side of it, the more creatively you reach your consumers, the better it is, and the it will be much more, you will be much more connected to your consumer, right?
Hmm.
Uh, I'll give you examples of our industry. See, I come from the TV industry, right? Uh, Many times people say that I'm from TV industry. Someone tells that he's from radio industry. Someone tells that he's from OTT, your Netflix or the Amazon
Correct.
Primes of the
Correct.
world,
Correct.
right? Now, when they ask me which industry I'm from, I'm saying all of them are in one industry, right? What
Hmm.
industry we are in? We are in the business of telling stories, right?
Correct. Correct.
It is the stories that has to reach the consumers so that the consumer understands and watches it. TV, OTT, radio, all are medium, right? To reach to ensure that the story reaches you, right? So in coming back to your question, how to how we can create values uh, in this creative in a creative business. In the media industry, we have been trying to do that a lot, right?
Hmm.
Uh, if you today if you watch if you go to Sony TV and you watch any show, let's say the biggest show that we have is a show is Indian Idol today, right? It's a
Or we can say Shark Tank now. It's
Shark Tank
trending.
or Shark
Trending.
Tank, right?
Hmm.
Or a, so what are these? These are chat shows, right? Or a
Kapil Sharma
Kapil
show, right?
Sharma, Kapil Sharma. Now Sony started that not today, not a couple of years back, 20 years back with a show called Movers and Shakers,
Oh
if you remember,
yes. Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That
Yes. Yes.
was the
Exactly.
first show where Sony introduced a chat show, right? That was a novel idea then. Now it's a common idea.
Hmm.
Same
Correct.
way, a dance competition or a song competition, which is now very common. Every channel has that, right?
Hmm.
I'll take you 20, 25 years back. Sony started with a show called Boogie Woogie, if you
Boogie
remember,
Woogie. Correct.
right? Right.
Hmm.
So those are the ideas, right? Those yesterday's new ideas or new insights is today's everyday thing, right?
Correct.
So that was value creation at that point of time, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So if you see now, while going on with the general entertainment thing, you are seeing Sony TV, you see Star Plus, all are same kind of shows. There's a channel called Sub TV that we have. Is
Hmm.
it the same or is it different? It is a bit different. Why? It always has only comedy shows. If you see Tarak Mehta or Wagle Ki Duniya, these are learnings but through comedy shows.
Hmm. Hmm.
A show in Sub TV will never be a serious show. Why? That is the positioning, that is the content positioning that the channel has, right?
Hmm.
Value is created that way as well. When I promise my consumers that if you come to my channel, you will always be relaxed. You are getting a laugh for sure. So that is value creation, right? Forget about my channel. I'll take you to the OTT side. right?
Hmm.
Uh, you go to you must have been subscribing to Netflix, right?
Hmm.
How Netflix is creating value. Netflix, what is doing? Today, you watch a movie of, let's say, Shah Rukh Khan, right?
Correct.
Tomorrow, it will show you, once you go to Netflix, it will show you all movies of Shah Rukh Khan. What
Hmm.
is it doing? It is personalizing your a recommendation for you. It
Correct.
is using technology or algorithms to see your viewing history, your preferences, creating value and giving you options to watch so that your search time minimizes, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Same thing, it is not stopping there. Where it is taking it forward, let's say someone in your family, right? You watch a movie of Shah Rukh Khan and let's say Kajol, right?
Hmm.
So you like Shah Rukh Khan and one of your family members, let's say your brother likes Kajol, right? You watch, when the preference comes to you, it will show you a movie, let's say Kuch Kuch Hota Hai with Shah Rukh Khan's photo there. When your brother watches, it will show him Kuch Kuch Hota Hai with Kajol's photo there,
Okay.
right?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Because it is behind, it is using those algorithms to search for that art thumbnail also.
Okay.
So it is creating value to that level. So that is the kind of personalization that they have taken. It is not one day's effort, huh? It is many years effort, but that is the level that it has taken it to. But by doing that, they have created a brand. People
Correct.
know that when I go to Netflix, it will suggest me things that I'm gonna watch. So that is, these are examples of how value creation is done. If I tell you about my experience, any show that we produce, uh, it will come to you saying that okay, next Monday 9 o'clock prime time new show is coming up. But that show would have been commissioned probably 9 to 12 months back.
Hmm. Hmm.
Once we commission a show, after reading the story,
Hmm.
the first 2 3 episodes come to us. We do a lot of pilot testing. So for example, for a GEC show, for a general entertainment show, for a family drama show, we show it to at least 50 female ladies and try to put some neuroscience technology to understand what are the high points, what are the low points, whether this show is gonna work, whether the show is not gonna work. So anything we bring to the consumers, before that a lot of testing happens on the show, right? That is all where we create value. We cannot, because there's a promise that we keep tell to our consumers that when you watch any show, it will be good, it will be progressive, it won't be regressive, right? So these kind of innovations, technology, brand building, those are all helping towards creating a value, right?
So, from our childhood, we have been seeing that whether we say actors or artists, the creative or cultural people of the society were not highly paid artists. But in this 21st century, we are seeing there is a paradigm shift or a huge shift. So, can you highlight how it was possible or how inclusive it is for the business?
See, it is true. In the past, many creative and cultural professions, artists, musicians, if you see uh, some crafts like pottery and other things, those people only worked for the effort to make a living.
Correct.
It was never like it was only two things that we felt. Okay, like if someone is doing pottery, why is he doing pottery now? Because A, it is it is what they only know about, so they need to make a living out of it. B, probably it is being done by their families throughout and they want to keep that tradition in their family so that it does not die. That is what they used to do. But in recent years that has changed. So as you said, the 21st century, there has been a paradigm shift. The biggest reason for this shift for me is digital media, is the increased accessibility and reach of digital media. See, with internet coming up, with social media coming up, there are no more that, okay, someone sings well. What does he have to do? He has to run from pillar to post of those music album people, record labels,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Now they will only give a chance that, okay, if you have some, let's say, sifarish coming from anywhere, if you are a relative, then they will give you a chance. Otherwise, out of 100, probably one will get a chance, or other 99 will keep on struggling from one place to other. Now what do? They put their videos in YouTube. They put their videos on Instagrams. They
Hmm.
get hits, they get likes, right? And it is not only for us, it is vice versa. You remember
Correct.
5 years back, Gangnam Style?
Yes,
How many of us have watched it?
I guess
Just
many
imagine
billions.
20 years, 20, we don't understand the lyrics, we don't understand the meaning, but the catchiness of the song, right?
Hmm.
Why is it popular? Because, yes, digital media has ensured that the song reaches us. So that is the benefit of it, right?
Hmm.
Because of that, the traditional gatekeeping and all has gone away. Now artists have new opportunities to create more wealth, right? It is no more about livelihood anymore. Someone has a unique thing. People do tap dances now in India. Just imagine something which is a Spanish culture, right?
Hmm.
People in India are doing tap dances. People are coming out with music from their mouth. There's a show which was created, Coke Studio, right?
Correct. Hmm.
Which is actually musicians from all across the country, different cultures, different cultures. See, one thing we must understand: India is not one India. There are many Indias within India. There are many different cultures within India. So
Hmm.
bringing that to the front was earlier very difficult. Now with digital media, it is much more easier. So that is the biggest thing that has changed. Now, in terms of another thing which I feel also has changed is the recognition that the economic value that they create, right? When I say economic value, uh, digital media is going up. New companies are small. The small companies are coming up. User generated content is being liked, like TikToks of the world, the reels
Hmm.
that they are creating, right?
Correct.
Those are all
Correct.
user generated content. People love to watch it now. It's like short, small capsule, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. People are liking it. Uh,
Hmm.
Platforms like Netflix of the world have invested to create regional language shows,
Hmm.
right? I'll give you an example. There's a movie which launched some couple of months back, Kantara, right?
Kantara. Hmm.
Kantara. Okay, it is now available in Netflix and the primes of the world. Now it is a story about a region. It is about us. It's a very regional story, right? That entire story is about a village. Huh? It is about a village. That picture has grossed more than 400 crores and was running full house in cities like Mumbai, where it is not a story about anything about Maharashtra. Still, people want to watch it. How is it possible? It is possible because there's economic value, social value. People are getting attracted towards it. And once that has grown, there is job creation also happening. The job market is opening up, the economic growth is happening. So once
Correct.
that is happening, it is no more the livelihood, right? Many
Correct.
shows, not only Kantara. I'll tell you something we have in Sony Live called Tamil Rockers or Rocket Boys, for example. We have a show called
Hmm.
Rocket
Hmm.
Boys,
Hmm.
right? It got many awards. We actually, when we did the show, we never felt that it would do that good. Not many people, because it is about it is about scientists, right? Our Homi Baba and Vikram Sarabhai created, made sure that they will get the atomic thing into India. We never think people would be interested in, but we made it, and it like it was people watch it like fire actually. So that's the thing that it has developed into, right? As I tell you, it is not only for Indians, it is for everyone, right? I'll tell you, 2017, before COVID, 17, 18, there was a Justin Bieber show. Okay.
Hmm.
Till that time, I never knew who Justin Bieber was. Okay. I had grown past that age, right? That show had more than 50,000 people in the show in Mumbai, right?
Hmm.
People paid. 76 or 75,000 per ticket in for that show. Imagine a Justin Bieber, whatever kind of songs he sings.
Hmm.
And when he came here in Mumbai, he only did lip singing, nothing else. Right? People were crazy enough to pay 75,000. Just imagine the money he would be getting out of it.
Correct.
Same way, if our people go and have these shows, imagine the money that we will be getting. So yes, it has now it has shifted. Now cultural people have a place in the society, and it's a very good place to be in, actually.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sir, as you said of about India, so we know that our Indian culture and craft are deep rooted. So how do you give unique value or proposition with the global references?
Uh, See, India is already there, to be honest. Indian culture, Indian crafts are already there. Few examples would be Bollywood, for example. The craze that Bollywood has in Middle East, for example. Movies release first in Dubai and then in India, right? They used to. Now it is happening on the same day. So craze of Bollywood in US, in UK, there is a lot, right? The style of storytelling. People like Bollywood actually. People who don't understand actually like Bollywood. Uh, Another example would be yoga.
Yoga.
Yoga originated in India
Hmm.
and people are crazy about it. So it is part of Indian culture.
Because
So
they are
it
getting
is
results out of it.
exactly. Everyone, you see Zumbas and everything of the world are taking yoga actually. They
Hmm.
are modified versions of yoga. All your aerobics and all are modified versions of yoga only.
Hmm.
So they are actually, they have, it is not that there is no unique proposition. There is a clear unique value proposition that Indian culture brings in. And on a global arena, I'm telling you about. Cuisine, Indian food. I'll tell you, I have traveled at least to 7, 8 countries. I have seen, I have never seen an Indian restaurant not having a queue. People are crazy about Indian cuisines, right? Even if they feel it's spicy, they're ready to eat. They won't eat it daily. I agree, because they cannot
Hmm.
survive eating it daily at that in their climate and all that. But yes, Indian textiles, Indian fashion, uh, the vibrancy of colors and all that we use, they already have a global thing. Indian dance, your Odissi dance, Bharatnatyam, Kathak, people are crazy about it, right? And all the, see, as I said, India, there's no one India, there are many Indias. Every part has its own culture. There's Buddhism, there's Jainism, there's different religion, and other countries have taken it from us. So it is always there. Yes. In terms of if you ask us what we are doing in terms of creating that value proposition for Indian culture and all, a lot is being done. And like a lot of technology, a lot of technology is being used to showcase our culture, showcase our crafts and all. Uh, for example, jewelry, Indian jewelry.
Hmm.
Of late I've seen a lot of websites, a lot of marketplaces have opened up actually to showcase Indian jewelry in the international arena, because the minuteness, the craftiness of Indian jewelry is not available everywhere. So that is what is being taken into. So the unique architecture, the food, the cuisines, those are all being taken into a global perspective and they have a unique value proposition. It is not that something new needs to be done. Yes, probably what we need to do is a bit more of marketing, bit more of inclusiveness of our culture. We have to be open to allow other cultures to come into it, right? So that needs to be done. Otherwise, the value proposition is already developed. Yeah.
So my next question will be, so how do you plan, sorry, how, what is your perception of wealth creation by Indian artisans and craft makers?
Uh, when I come to wealth creation, as I said, Indian craftsmen, Indian artisans or artists were always thinking their work as a livelihood, not wealth creation. They have to provide for their families. They have to maintain their traditional heritage culture, and that is why they kept that their crafts. But now the demand. See, the best part of Indian, for example, crafts, when I come to crafts or handicrafts and all that, the best part is it's a very sustainable thing. We make things out of clay, we make things out of silk. So these are all very sustainable things. So, right. So that now initiatives have started when it's a green, sustainable world and all that things. Indian crafts actually seep in very well into them.
Hmm.
So now is the time when we have to push that. Now is the decade where we have to when the shift in perception has already happened, and we'll have to push that further, right? One big thing which I see is a problem is our tourism, right? In order for people to know our culture, our heritage. Now, when you say wealth creation of our craft makers or our artists, how can that happen? That can only happen if people know what our crafts are. For that, tourism is very important, right? I'll quote some numbers. As far as I remember, a couple of days back, the budget was announced, right?
Correct.
Indian government has again put 2,400 crores, what it had put last year in tourism, which is a very good thing. My problem is last year also the budget was 2,400 crores. We only spent 1,300 crores out of that. That is a problem. We should focus more on that, right? We should spend that. We should spend the marketing of tourism. The budget has been halved this year, which is wrong. Which should be more on marketing it, right? People coming and visiting India more and more gives exposure to our crafts more and more, right? So that will help, because the other things are government initiatives, the online marketplaces that has grown and all, those have given a good impetus to our crafts, right?
Hmm.
Uh, I'll tell you, there's a big craze about the Banarasi silk sarees
Hmm. Correct.
in abroad, right? Not only Banaras silks, what are our Odia sarees, our Patta sari, or you so the Manyabandha sari. So those are things that have actually a very good market out there, right? There's a market there. Our shawls, Pashmina shawls, are a huge thing. Our embroidery, Kutch embroideries are a big thing. So
Hmm.
these are things where we have to create, we have to push them further. We have to market that further, showing that these are sustainable, green sustainable things, and these are very good things. And those marketing will only help to create more values for our craft makers. For me, they are at a very good place. This decade is going to be theirs. We just have to market at the right places. Otherwise, yes, we are way above, way ahead of others actually. Right.
Correct. That's absolutely right. We are entering each and every industry right now in the world. We are
Right.
entering every place.
Right. Right. True.
So apart from that, so how do you plan to uplift our heritage and true value in international area rather than following Western pattern of cultural and creative program?
See, it is not that first thing is it should not be rather than following, to be very honest. Uh, it should be more open. Our
Okay.
culture, our culture is actually far better than others. We have a very rich heritage. We have a very diverse culture across India, and we should be proud of it, right? And moment we are open for others to join us. See, the biggest thing why yoga became a hit for me is when others started following us,
Hmm.
right? I have to take my culture abroad and showcase them how good it is, and be open for them to embrace it.
Hmm.
With that, a part of their culture will also come in. That openness or that readiness to accept should be there for us, right? Moment we do that, our tourism, our we should again, as I said, our cultural tourism should be our prime focus. We should attract international visitors. We should have awareness programs for them. Uh, I'll give an example. Why? I have you must be seen in movies, or we have Char Dhams, right? Puri is one of them.
Hmm.
Now, do the foreigners know about it? They don't. Indians know about it. Do the foreigners know about it? Why don't we have a cultural tourism program which takes all the international people to all these four dhams? Puri being
Hmm.
one of them. Amount of exposure that it opens up. Just imagine, right? So that's what I'm saying. These kind of things, right? So,
Hmm.
and trust me, it has to be through the new way of working, right? I can't have a tourism thinking standalone in offline mode. I have to have it online. I have to have it social media. I need to run contests in social media saying that put selfies of all four dhams. Those kind of attractiveness I have to build in as per the current generation. I can't be in the passive generation. See, for me, India's rich heritage has to be maintained, right? A big, a big amount of money should be put into preserving my cultural sites, right? My temples, my palaces, my monuments, they have to be preserved well, so that the future generation can take help from it, right? See, Taj Mahal, if it is not there, Agra is nowhere, right?
Hmm. Correct.
So for me, it is very important to understand what Taj Mahal is, to preserve Taj Mahal so that people from abroad should come and visit it, right? I'll give you examples. Uh, we have Katak's Bali Jatra. Why can't that be part of our tourism tour, right?
Hmm.
We have Dhanu Jatra,
Hmm.
the shows that we create, the jatras that we have in Dhanu Jatra. Why can't we take that and form shows out of it, right? Which
Correct.
which we can show it to international arena,
Hmm.
right? Imagine a version of Dhanu Jatra at the Cannes festivals. That's the next big thing. That is where we will showcase our culture, right? So for that, we need to create that strong marketing. A strategy has to be built in along with the government, because a lot of funds have to be put in. Our preservation of cultural sites have to be done. But for me, that is the next step to uplift our heritage. That's the next plan. Yeah.
Definitely, sir. I think if all these festivals which are having all over the country, not a specific Odisha, but all over the country, that should be
Absolutely.
represented in the international arena. So we can show that how our culture has been creating the
Exactly.
values for ourselves. Then that can
Exactly.
create values for others as well.
See, if we show the world that they have missed out on something in their life. See, the world is a FOMO world now. There's a
Hmm.
fear of missing out,
Feeling of
everyone
missing
has,
out, right?
right? If we say you haven't traveled to India, you are missing something in your life. That fear has to be created. And our culture is there for that.
Exactly, exactly.
So that has to be built. Yeah.
Exactly. So, as a part of a management institute, my it's a curious question. So, how can a management student can be a part of this in entertainment or creative or culture industry?
I'm a management student,
Yes, I know that.
right? So I f- I felt a pull towards this industry, right from my childhood. I'm a big sports fan, right? uh, I watch all kind of sports, right? For me, watching sports to the next step of how sports is being showcased, right? I'm one of the guys who is actively involved in all the bidding of all sports properties for Sony, right? That because I have my interest in that, right? So a management student with his interest, and there's a lot of data. I'm telling you, any show you watch, right, in the entertainment industry, don't think that everything is creative there. Every creative side has a lot of numbers behind it. And the decisions that are being taken is at the end of the day is number based, right? A show is a very good show. If no one watches it, if the numbers say that no one is watching it, if there is no ratings, there is no advertisers will come, right? If no advertisers will come, I'll not get revenue. No revenue, I'll have to shut the show. As simple as that.
Correct.
So for a management student, it is tailor made to be part of this industry. And trust me, there are a lot of management students, there are a lot of work that they do, a lot of number based work, a lot of research based work. There's a lot of research that goes on, right? Today, uh, as I tell you, what in your family your parents used to watch, what they would prefer to watch is completely different from what you would want to watch
Hmm.
and what our next generation would want to watch, right? So for me, doing that research, understanding the consumers, going to the consumers, understanding them, what is their need? Like I like an example I give you. In the World Cup, during the World Cup, uh, cricket World Cup, we had a Star had an ad of Mocha Mocha, right? It's a very popular ad, right?
Hmm.
Just and those ads are actually created by management students. The ads will be creative people, right? But the story behind it,
The idea.
the idea, the what is the need that we are satisfying the consumers. The idea behind that was, imagine the plight of a fan who wants his country to win, and he wants to burst crackers. Every time India faces Pakistan, a Pakistani fan is sitting and waiting to burst his crackers. The crackers are going old, old, and old. He's
Hmm.
in India. Pakistan is yet to defeat India. That is the story behind it, right? How they portray it is a creative side, but the inherent need of a fan is what a management student has to convey. And how will they convey? When they talk to consumers, right? When they talk to
Correct.
consumers, consumers will not directly tell them, okay, I want this to happen. No, they will not say. But the more and more they understand the consumer, they understand their needs, they can only pitch for a better idea, right? So that is how I'm telling you, a management student, there's a big need of management students in the media industry. There already are a lot of people coming in from management background, but yes, there is a big need for management students, and it's very uh, if you like watching TV nowadays, everyone wants to watch OTT and all that content. Be on the other side, you'll love it. Is how content is created, how you'll there'll be days when others are doing good and your company will not do good. That's a bad day, that's okay. Some may click, some might not click, right? But the whole idea of working what you like to watch, what you like to consume, and working on that always is a entertaining thing. You'll always enjoy. Yeah.
Absolutely, sir. So thank you so much for sparing your valuable time for us and interacting with us and letting us know the background story of the entertainment industry. And I guess today I, as a faculty, and our students will learn a lot about the entertainment or the creative and cultural industry as well. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time for us.
Thank you so much, Alok. It was always nice talking to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I hope we'll meet soon, sir.
Sure, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.